Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nunir Raizati binti Johari. I'm from the M6F and my ID number is PDL1905114. So for this video, I would like to answer the question for online assignment for the subject Freight Management LOG2633. Alright, so now I will proceed with the first question, which is describe the network carrier and how integrated cargo network operate. For network carrier, my answer is it is a network of scheduled air services that going to and back from the airports. The passenger and cargo can be carried to the secondary hub to do a transit before changing to another flight. So, the network carrier is basically using a major hub airport through which they will schedule the long and also short flight as many as possible that are connecting to each other, but they will not taking too long connection of times. So this type of network carrier usually will be chosen by passengers because they will do often trade of convenience, and also they provide the standard of service as they are the cheaper network to operate. Alright, so for the part of how integrated cargo network operate, basically integrated cargo network operated when the company send the plane to the secondary hub just to make sure that the cargo or the passengers will change flights before they reach the final destination. So this type of network is cheaper and also a reliable system since it avoid the risk of non-stop route. So why do I say it is a reliable system? It is because the non-stop route will make the passenger and also the pilot feel tired. So because of this type of network operating, it can reduce the tiredness of passengers and also pilot, and they can make sure that the cargo that they bring will always in a good condition. Alright, moving on to the second question, which is explain the idea of low-cost carrier are able to provide more service to freight forwarder. I will explain more about the low-cost carrier itself. So basically, this LCC, or known as low-cost carrier, also known as no frills, discount or budget airlines, meaning that it is the cheapest or the service that using a low operating cost. This type of service have a very limited lower deck cargo capacity since it's the cheapest, and the principle of company for doing this type of business model is because they want to cut the cost and giving the bare essential service to the customer. Next, for the idea of low cost carrier service can give to freight forwarder. The first one is Etihad Cargo can do a frequent flight schedule per day. It is because usually low cost carriers are operating for short and also medium haul only. So they can just use about 4 to 5 flights per day to make sure that they can save up the cost and attract more customers to use their service. For the second idea, Etihad Cargo also can give more space for the cargo. This is because usually few low-cost carriers will accept cargo on their passenger flights. Why do I say like this? It is because they can just take out of all of the passenger seat, and they can use that space for cargo only. And the last one, the basic process, which is consolidation for the cargo. Usually the company will make sure that they will consolidate as many product as they can to put in one cargo to make sure that they will fully utilize all of the space on the plane itself. Alright, moving on to the third question, which is from your understanding, describe any Etihad Cargo product that has managed to encourage more shipper to use air freight in their logistics process. So for this question, it is related to the article given, and we can see that there are some product that already stated on the article, and I also do some research on the official website of Etihad Cargo, and I found that some service that they provide. For the first one, it is called PharmaLife. So PharmaLife is a service that Etihad Cargo provide to transport any pharmaceuticals product. So what are pharmaceuticals? Basically, pharmaceuticals is the production of product that is related to medicines. If we can relate to nowadays situation, it is related to vaccines. So vaccine can be transported by this type of product. So Etihad Cargo provide the specially designed temperature control storage, meaning that they have the special design of storage that already have the temperature control. So the staff can control the temperature referring to the pharmaceuticals product itself. So the shipment process also can be quick and also convenient to more than 70 destinations. So related to the COVID-19, nowadays, Etihad Cargo handle the shipping requirements of the approved COVID-19 vaccine, and their workforce also working closely with the industry partners and stakeholders to make sure that they manage all the elements in the shipping of these vital pharmaceutical products. Okay, so next, for the second product, it is called Fresh Forward. So what is Fresh Forward? It is a process of moving the fruits, vegetables, fish, meat, and also any other fresh food products. So Etihad Cargo already provided with the temperature control storage, where the storage can be set with the specific temperature with renting of ULD containers. And the customer no need to worry because Etihad Cargo already follow all of the food safety management protocol within the hazard of analysis critical point methodology. So other than that, this company also already been awarded with the Middle Eastern Carrier with CEIV Fresh and also Pharma certifications. So the client no need to worry because all of the cool rooms on the plane are equipped with the alarm temperature monitoring systems. So it is calibrated every 12 months, and the critical point is temperature is checked and also recorded in Abu Dhabi. So all of the fresh food products are safe under the Etihad Cargo handle. Alright, so for the third product, it is called Safeguard. So basically, Safeguard is actually a service that is transporting valuable cargo, and the company guarantees that the most precious item can be shipped with the highest degree of care and also security. So Etihad Cargo also fully seal all of the valuable cargo box or containers, as you can see from the picture. The storage is being fully sealed with the wrapping plastic. Other than that, the shipment process also can be secured and only accessible by authorized staff. So basically, since it is the valuable cargo and it is quite pricey because all of the valuable cargo is pricey products, so Etihad Cargo decided to make sure that all of the shipment process will be transported into a storage in secure, valued areas and also only accessible by the authorized staff. They also priority all of the boarding and also offloading with the alerts and also security escorts. Okay, so for the last product, it is about the live animals. So basically, Etihad Cargo offer the service to transport animals by the safest method, which is by air. It also the fastest out of all of the travel method. So Etihad Cargo also offers to customized solution for transporting animals from family pets to the global conservation projects. For example, when Malaysia want to take a new animal from other countries such as panda, they will choose this product to make sure that the animal will be transporting to by the safest place. So Etihad Cargo provide the climate control compartment, which is it has the place where already have the temperature that can make sure that the animal will be safe, and also animal is very comfortable with that type of method. So other than that, Etihad Cargo also strictly provide all of the regulations just to make sure that the animals can be treated with the safe and trusted in their care. Okay, so for the next question, which is question 4, the issue in a cargo capacity is when traffic begins to pick up, freight rate can move up again quite rapidly as shortage of capacity appear on same routes. Give your opinion in the recovery process of gaining back air freight demand. Okay, so my answer is the first one, to add more flight schedule. This is because to reduce the delays and also to facilitate the air cargo movement more energetically. So why do I say like this is because based on the articles, it already stated that to the better coordination of freight of Australia, the Etihad Cargo is managed to key freight routes and also establish more frequent flights because they need to increase the exporting process to agriculture and also fisheries exporters so that they can deliver the products to the customer on time. So since I giving the ideas to add more flight schedule, I think that it is a great idea because they can reduce the wasting time of waiting, because when they use more flights, they can just proceed with the process of exporting products to the next exporter or to the next customer. They don't need to wait for some time to wait for the same flight. So I think that they can just move quickly to establish more network and also getting more exporters and attract more customers from other country also. For the second answer is about the bird relationship. It is creating a relationship with any other air cargo service provider, and it also to ensure the highest level of efficiency during the stage of distributions. So this type of answer is related to the articles where Etihad Cargo already partnered with Australian government, and we can see that they have the agreement where the Australian government asking the Etihad Cargo to provide the cargo service between these two countries. So they can always using the Etihad Cargo service to make sure that Australia will receive all the product including meat, fish and also any other fresh products, especially agriculture and also fisheries exports. So by building a relationship, the Etihad Cargo can have an advantage where they will always help to support Australian by helping to save people's life and also continuing to support their UAE's food security program. Alright, so for the last answer for the fourth question is add more resilient aviation system. Okay, so this type of answer is related to the nowadays situation, which is we are in a pandemic of COVID-19 right now. So the first point is having an ability to quickly change the geographic operations for the agency deliveries. Okay, so for this point, it is related to the vaccine. As we can see that Malaysia is taking vaccine from other countries such as Australia, for example, and suddenly we are out of stock of that vaccine. So the company of freight forwarder need to make sure that they will have the service of geographic operations, such as quickly change from taking that kind of vaccine from Australia. So they need to prioritize that kind of deliveries. So for the second point, it is improving the slot availability for cargo to ensure the urgent operations will be prioritized. So for this type of point, the company need to have the slot availability to make sure that it can be used to urgent operations. For example, a company is need to send the vaccine to other country. So for that time there is no cargo available for that company. So the company need to make sure that they will have the slot availability for any cargo that will need to make sure that they can go through the emergency problem. So from my point of view, I think that the freight forwarder company or air freight company need to make sure that they will have these two type of service to make sure that they can attract more customers or attract more exporters to use their products and also service. Okay, so finally for the last question, which is the chances for air cargo demand to grow certainly be closely linked to gross domestic product and trade growth for one country. How does GDP relate to the air cargo demand? Alright, so for the last answer for question 5, it is about the relationship between GDP and also air cargo demand. So before I proceed with the relationship, I will explain about the GDP. Basically, GDP is a gross domestic product and it is an economic measure of nation's total income and output for a given time period. So the given time period is usually for 1 year, and GDP is also used to measure the growth of a nation's economy. And also the relationship between GDP and also air cargo is quite high. Why? Because we can see that the demand of air cargo in Malaysia is also quite high since it is provide many type of service. Other than that, it also can be proven by the result of given the high percentage of related service with air cargo in South Asia. So relating to nowadays pandemic COVID-19, we can see that many operations or many transportation process cannot be done, and air freight or air cargo is one of the company that is still operating, especially in operating converting the vaccine from another country to this country, which is Malaysia. So we can see that not just about the medicines or about the pharmaceuticals product, Malaysia also use this type of air cargo for many type of process, especially when it comes to agricultural, groceries, and also other fresh products also. So we can see that from this type of process or from this type of product, the GDP also can increasing because the air cargo product and also service demanding and is also high in Malaysia. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.